Auto Group Cubs Pregame Live.
If you weren't up late last night, what a finish in Pittsburgh. Top of the ninth, 2-1. Pirates lead. Emilio Bonifacio up with 2-out singles to left. He had 5 hits, fourth player in the last 85 years to start the season with 9 hits in 2 games. So it's 2 on, 2 out for Luis Valbuena. He singles into right field. Junior Lake, come on down, tie the game up. We go to extras, top of the 12th. Getting a little late for this Cub fan, but Anthony Rizzo wakes him up. Rizzo, way out. He blasted Genmar Gomez sinker into the bleachers and right. 9th pitch of the at-bat. Cubs ahead 3-2, bottom of the 12th. Jose Veras in. Can he lock it down? Runners on the corners. 2 outs, and Starling Marte delivers. Clint Varmus scores. We're locked up at 3. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Veras strikes out Andrew McCutchen on a filthy breaking ball. The kids are up and they're loving bonus baseball. Bottom of the 13th, bases juice, 2 outs. Wesley Wright induces the ground ball to short. Fielder's choice, close, but inning over. There's just 1 kid left now. Still happy with extra innings. Bottom of the 16th, runners at the corners. Ball game over. Tony Sanchez chops one through. Pirates walk off the Cubs. 4-3 the final. All right, after nearly 6 hours, it was over. Longest game in the history of the Pittsburgh Pirates at home. And now 11.5 hours later, play some baseball again. Cubs and Buccos tee it up at Comcast Sportsnet. Northsiders looking to get their first victory of the season. All right, hello and welcome to Cubs Pregame Live. Presented by Fields Auto Group, along with 96 National League Rookie of the Year, Todd Hollandsworth. I'm David Kaplan. Okay. An interesting game last night. I stayed up for every stinking pitch. 500. Should have holstered my Twitter account. Didn't. Just got frustrated, and then they lose it in the end.
500 pitches, over 500 pitches in that ball game last night, and you saw a little bit of everything. I'm going to remain positive. You know me. Listen, so many good things came out of this ball game. I know it's a Cubs loss. I know that we're frustrated, runners in scoring position, but you know what? This is a team that I saw resilience last night, and that encouraged me. I mean, this is a team that's down on his luck. You get a great at-bat from Anthony Rizzo. Veras is struggling. He comes back and gets a huge strikeout of Andrew McCutchen. How many times have we watched that inning where we've seen the Cubs get walked off in that situation? You give up the hit to Marte, and then you kind of get yourself in the position, and it's over. You kind of let it happen right there. No, he makes a big pitch. I wonder why he didn't throw the breaking ball to Marte that he threw to McCutchen in that situation. But that being said, that's the positive I'm pulling out of this game. These guys battled. They battled hard. They came back. The bullpen was lights out. I know it got down to the end, but a tough, tough loss.
Yeah, you play that way in a lot of the facets,
you're going to start winning.
You'll win some baseball games. A guy who sat there into the early morning hours eating free hot dogs in the press box was our own Patrick Mooney. CSNChicago.com. All right, Moons, good morning. I know the team is 0-2. What sense do you get from this ball club hanging around, fighting like they have, losing 2 tough games?
Well, Cap, yeah, we'll see how they respond today. I think the first impression was Rick Renteria sitting there in his office with a big smile on his face, listened to his music. His voice was loud. He was upbeat, and clearly that's why they hired this guy, for, you know, his energy, to be a dynamic presence in there, to, you know, make sure they don't quit. We'll see if that translates onto the field. But, yeah, Renteria was kind of you know, sitting there running around as if, you know, he had like 10 cups of coffee. So we'll see if that carries over into the Cubs dugout today.
Yes, Patrick, I would assume there's going to be lots and lots of coffee in the guys today. Quick turnaround. All right, my question to you is this. We're seeing it around baseball. We've seen it in this series. Instant replay. What's the chatter with the players right now?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. I mean, after, you know, getting a couple hours sleep, and that game just really seemed to drag on last night. I think everyone understands that the umpires have a really tough job to do, and that for the most part they're really good at it. They're the best in the world at it. But clearly there's lots of tweaks that I think need to be kind of ironed out first. I think Major League Baseball already had issues with kind of the pace of the game, how long it was taking, you know, capturing television audiences, and, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, the version we see now won't necessarily be the final finished product that, you know, we become accustomed to.
All right, let's talk about the good and the bad of the Cubs offense. The good, you got the go-ahead home run from Rizzo. You got Bonifacio with a historic start, 9 hits already. And you got Starlin Castro, 0 for 9, only 1 ball and not hit hard out of the infield. Let's talk about the good first, what you've seen, and then Castro.
I mean, Bonifacio is a guy that kind of fell into the Cubs' lap after the Royals got rid of him, and he was someone that was essentially, guaranteed a job even though he signed a minor league deal. It seems like he has a lot of backers in the front office as well as the coaching staff. He's bounced around for a while now, but he may be able to find a nice spot here. He can play all over. He's a switch hitter, and he just adds another element with his speed. I mean, this is a historic start here. Obviously, he's going to cool off, but I'd expect Renteria to keep finding ways to put him in the lineup.
Patrick, let me ask you this. It's a big start for Jason Hammel today. He's making his first Cubs start. What's the state? I really don't want to know too much about, well, I'd love to know about Jason Hammel, but I want to know the condition of this bullpen. I'm thinking, Veras threw nearly 40 pitches last night. Villanueva's now pitched in 2 ball games. What's the state? How big is this start for Jason Hammel?
Yeah, I mean, Veras is down. The Cubs today we're going to circle back with Carlos Villanueva and see if he'd still be able to go on Sunday, and if they might need to find other starting options for that game against the Phillies. Villanueva is obviously down as he's been a real valuable swing guy, even though he's lost these first 2 games here. So certainly Hammel is someone who they've been quietly optimistic about, that he could be, the next guy that they build up, kind of fixing another broken pitcher here. He says he's completely healthy, and obviously the Cubs are going to need him to go long in this game. Assuming they get this game in, the radar looks pretty miserable for the next several hours.
Patrick, appreciate the knowledge. Get some coffee yourself. We'll see you at Wrigley tomorrow.
All right, guys, sounds good.
There he is, Patrick Mooney, and make sure you follow him on Twitter at CSN Mooney, and you can read all his great stuff. He'll have some great stuff up again later today, right here at CSNChicago.com. All right, here is Ricky Renteria's lineup card for today's getaway day. Bonifacio, no shock, stays in the lineup in center. Castro up to the 2-hole, still looking for his first hit of the season. Ruggiano makes his Cub debut. Or actually did last night. He pinch hit his Cubs debut as a starter. Rizzo, Lake, Olt. An interesting lineup. Darwin Barney gets his shot. John Baker makes his Cubs
You got Wandy Rodriguez going, so you got the righties in there today. But interestingly enough, when you have roster flexibility, like the Cubs have talked about all season, all spring training long, which Ricky Renteria wanted, you have the advantage today in a 16-inning affair last night that you're going to get 5 new names in the lineup today, guys that would bank on playing today. So the prep time is good. What we're going to find out when we look at the Pirates lineup, it's pretty much the same thing. So this is an advantage clearly for the Cubs. They've got fresh guys in there today.
All right, let's talk about Emilio Bonifacio. Not on a Major League roster in February. And now here he is, 9 hits already. You never know where your source of offense is going to come from.
Well, that's why you don't give up on players. I mean, we talk about this all the time in the baseball world, why some players make sense in certain places and why they don't make sense in others. I mean, really what's going on here is he's been given an opportunity that if you play well for us, you're going to keep playing for us. I mean, that's the last 2 destinations he's been at, that's not always been the case. Now, I mean, the numbers would back it up, but if you're going to hit and you're going to hit at this clip, you're going to find yourself in the lineup. And he's going to start every game this year if he can keep this pace up. Now, you and I both know that's probably not going to happen, but he's putting together great at-bats. He's got 9 hits already. You got somebody at the top of the lineup who's been a spark plug. Unfortunately, he's only scored 1 run, and that's really what it comes down to for me.
He's been picked off twice.
Well, and that's on him, but he's been on base 9 times, and it's something that the Cubs have been searching for. A leadoff hitter who they believe can be consistent enough and get himself on there enough. So far, so good. It's only 2 games, though.
All right, here is the lineup that Bucks manager Clint Hurdle will trot out there this afternoon. You got Starling Marte, Travis Snyder, Kutch, Pedro Alvarez, Neil Walker, Ishikawa, Sanchez, Mercer, and the lefty Wandy Rodriguez.
Well, it's the same guys. So there you go. Tony Sanchez is really the insertion. Yeah, he had the big hit yesterday. He's their backup catcher. Russell Martin was going to catch a day after catching 16 innings. So you see similar names. Marte, McCutchen, Alvarez. I'll even go to Walker. those are the guys you got to contain. I feel like you make your pitches against the bottom of this lineup, you should get your outs. But again, you've got to navigate McCutchen and Alvarez carefully.
All right, time now for the Comcast Business Edge as we look at Pirates star Andrew McCutchen, reigning NL MVP, out to a slow 1-for-7 start with 3 Ks, but he's still getting on base, 4 walks in 2 games. Comcast Business Edge is sports at the speed of business. All right, Cubs Pregame Live presented by the great people of the Fields Auto Group continues. Mike Holt has gone from a rising star to battling injury. Now his biggest battle, finding a long-term spot in the Cubs organization. We'll hear from a Major League scout on Holt's potential. And for the 4th time in his 8 Major League seasons, Jason Hammel makes a debut for a new team. The pitching matchup in a moment. And we are, I don't know, 24 minutes or so to first pitch. Order your pizza right now. Great lunch idea, PapaJohns.com.
Cubs Pregame Live is presented by Fields Auto Group. Fields matters because you matter. See Fields first. FieldsAuto.com.
Welcome to the new Fields Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Glenview. Hello, I'm Dan Fields, and we're celebrating.
Our move is complete, and it's time for you to make your move to this incredible facility.
From our spacious, state-of-the-art sales areas
to our comfortable customer lounge and cafe.
Our new home is designed to deliver a superior level of customer service.
Plus, every new vehicle has a special We Have Arrived price during our award season event.
See Fields first with the all-new Fields Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram at the Glen in Glenview.
Do you have a minute to think about business internet? Okay, how about 30 seconds? At Comcast Business, our internet is fast. Up to 5 times faster than DSL from the phone company. And our phone's better too. Switch to Comcast Business Internet, then add voice and TV for just $34.90 more per month. Time to make the call. 800-501-6000. Comcast Business, built for business.
Real pizza that tastes great, that's our specialty.
For just $12, try Papa John's new double pepperoni and bacon pizza. 1 layer of pepperoni, another layer of oversized deli-style pepperoni, and hickory smoked bacon. Oh yeah. Order now at papajohns.com.
Real sports fans want to watch the game live, and nobody has more live sports than Xfinity. This is our sports app.
It'll show you every game that's playing live and every game that's scheduled to play.
It's got everything I need.
Live scores updated right now.
See these live games highlighted in white? Click on any of them and watch live.
4th quarter, it's all tied up. I want to see this triple overtime game.
Wow, that's amazing. This is the ultimate experience right here.
Enjoy the most live sports like never before with an Xfinity X1 Triple Play. See for yourself. Call 1-800-XFINITY.
There's a first time for everything. We achieve goals, celebrate, cherish, and protect what really matters.
Fold up your old map, Verizon. T-Mobile's network now reaches 96% of Americans.
Welcome back to Cubs Pregame Live, presented by the Fields Auto Group. Len and JD have the call for Pittsburgh in about 15 minutes or so. All right, David Kaplan and Todd Hollingsworth leading you up to the first pitch. Let's take a look at the guys tossing the ball this afternoon. Interesting matchup is Wandy Rodriguez, the lefty, against Jason Hammel, making his debut in a Cubs uniform. It's his 4th team in 8 Major League seasons this spring. He started 4 games, pitching 16 innings, giving up 4 earned runs, struck out 13, walked 8. Our Kelly Crow in Pittsburgh caught up with the Cubs starter.
Jason, finally go time. We were joking. Season really creeps up on you, but hey, 2014 for you. Just what does it mean to finally get started?
Obviously, spring training sometimes gets a little long, but it's nice to see some enemy colors and start playing for games that matter. So we're all very excited to get up here, and it's a little chilly, but you know, that's what it is. So we're very excited to get it going.
For you, individually this season, after what you went through last year, what is it that you want to prove most, whether it be to yourself, your teammates, your coaches, the fans, when you go out there and get things underway?
For myself, it's just health. The last 2 years have been a little bothering just because of the health. Injuries have been nagging, but I'm healthy now. And, with my last outing in spring, I feel really good, in tune, and, I don't feel like I really need to prove anything. I just need to go back out there and do what I was doing before I was hurt.
What has impressed you the most with this team and this clubhouse around you?
We've got a lot of energy, and it's young energy, and that's usually a big help when you're trying to make a postseason run. So, I'm talking about that right now because we plan on winning, and for us to do that, we're all got to be on the same page. And right now, I feel like because we're so excited and so amped up, so ready to go, all pushing in the same direction, and it's go time.
When you get to see Jeff go, then Edwin go, for you, looking at this Pittsburgh lineup, a little bit different than in years past, what stands out to you? Top to bottom, they can hurt you. It's a very productive lineup, and obviously good pitching too. So it's going to be scratching and clawing like every Major League Baseball game. So my job is just going to be able to get ground balls, keep the infielders in it, quick innings, and that's what all the other guys are going to do too.
All right, let's talk, Holly, about Jason Hammel. Privately, the Cubs think this could be a guy that really could help.
Oh, he's got a big arm. He's a big guy. There's no debating that. I mean, injury has hampered his career a little bit, and it comes down to this. He's throwing his fastball for strikes, and I've gone ahead and named it last night because I was doing my homework. I'll tell you what, the Hammel Hammer, there it is, right there. I'm excited about that pitch, and if you see that, and he's hanging out down there, he's going to get a lot of strikeouts, he's going to get a lot of swing and misses. He also has the fact that it's been a year. He was in the American League. Guys around the National League haven't seen him too much, so it's a clear-cut advantage. I look for him to be aggressive today. This is a big start for him. I was talking about saving that pen today. They need a lengthy start from Jason Hammel.
Yeah, that's the big question on what happens in the pen if, heaven forbid, he struggles in the fourth inning. Ricky Renteria is like, oh boy, I got to go get him.
You don't have it. I mean, I don't know the answers. That's why I asked the question, and that's where you're at, because you got Veras. I mean, he 40 pitches last night. He's your closer. You got to figure he's down.
And you got 3 games in 3 days coming up at home.
Well, and you got Villanueva, who's starting on Sunday. So I was sitting there going, boy, the numbers don't look very good. So this is a huge start. And we talk about first impressions. I'm sure Jason is feeling what's going on right now. But if that the Hammel Hammer, as I'll call it, if that thing's working, boy, he's going to get some swing and misses.
All right, veteran lefty Wandy Rodriguez, former Astro, begins his second season in a Bucco uniform. He went 6-4 with an ERA just over 3.5 for the Pittsburgh Pirates last season. Let's talk about Wandy Rodriguez. Not going to blow you away at 97, but he's crafty.
Oh, he's going to throw strikes. He's going to work the ball up. You're going to see the fastball up, down, and you're going to see that slider. You also got to remember, he missed the second half, almost all of the second half, I believe all of the second half last year due to injury. So Wandy's coming back. I'm real curious to see what he brings to the table, but we know that track record. He's got a lengthy one with the Chicago Cubs. Expect it. You saw the righties in there today. Be aggressive on the fastball. That's what I want to see today. I hope the Cubs hitters are just that. We talk about the runners in scoring position. That's standing out, but you got the righties in there. I'd like to see some of these guys, maybe an Olt, get off to a good start today.
All right, Mike Olt was the minor league player of the year in the Texas Rangers system 2 years ago. But a freak accident winter ball derailed him a bit. Getting hit by a pitch caused vision issues, and he didn't know what was next in his baseball career. He was then traded to the Cubs in the Matt Garza deal. Now he's trying to find his identity after making the club and going north to Chicago. During spring training, we caught up with MLB.com's Jim Callis. We got his take on Mike Olt catching on with the Cubs and his thoughts for the long haul.
In a perfect world for the Cubs, they'd love him to win the third base job. Because the thing is with Olt, he's talented. I mean, he's a guy who's got power. He can be a good defender. He's going to strike out some, like Baez and Bryant will too. So maybe he won't hit for a high average, but he can be a guy who can impact the game offensively and defensively. But for Mike Olt, I think the key is the reason this is a big year is he kind of needs to show what he can do now, because a lot of guys at the corner positions where Mike Olt can play, he really needs to get on track this year, or else other guys. I mean, Baez and Bryant have moved ahead of him already. But he's going to run out of time to kind of show what he can do unless he does, unless he does it now.
All right, Jim Callis is as good as it gets evaluating minor leaguers. Let's talk about Mike Olt. What do you think?
No, I like what I've seen so far, especially in spring training. He's got that little bit of a leg kick. He's got to make sure he gets that down. That's the timing mechanism that I talk about quite a bit. It's going to be big for his swing. As long as he gets it down, it gives him time to see the baseball. Opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. I guess that's where I go with this. As far as the conversation, I would be thrilled. Maybe it's the biggest question mark I have about this team. Who is Mike Holt? Is he going to be able to take what he did in spring training? Is he going to make it stand up here at the major league level? Is he a gamer? Is he a player? All of those questions are going to be out there, and I think the opportunity is there for him. Think about this team with Holt and with Bryant and with Baez. I mean, you've got the middle of a lineup that should get you pretty excited, and it's including Holt. That's not a conversation a couple months ago that we were having, because I think we were all not sure of where Mike Holt was at.
And it looks like, from what we hear from different scouts, Cubs really haven't commented, but people that have inner workings of what their plan is, Mike Holt, if he hits, stays at third. Yeah. Chris Bryant goes to the outfield.
Absolutely. That's exactly how I see that playing out, and I've gone on record and said it the same way. I think Bryant might be your better option in right field, but again, having them all together, again, another answer that you have, another big bat in your lineup. We talk about the power that we don't have yet and that we want to see and that we know is coming. Mike Holt has shown us in spring training. Now we just need to see it at the major league level.
All right, and he will get a chance in the Cubs lineup today. The most important part of the show, still to come. We get Holly's keys to the game, and we'll reveal our key performers. It's all coming up next. 13 minutes, first pitch. Go get your pizza, PapaJohns.com.
This Cubs Injury Report is brought to you by ATI Physical Therapy. Taking physical therapy to a higher level. Ask your doctor about ATI Physical Therapy. Get there.
It's fishing season at Burger King, and right now you can catch not one but two delicious fish sandwiches. Get hooked on our new Big Fish Deluxe with the king sauce you love. Now part of our 2 for $5 menu. Only at Burger King, where taste is king.
Russell drives down the middle, puts it up, and Fire is there to slam it home.
Hey, what's this? UVerse Live TV?
With AT&T UVerse, you can watch live TV from your device anywhere in your home.
Hey.
So you won't miss a minute of NCAA March Madness. Call now to get a UVerse bundle for the same great price for 2 years, guaranteed.
At GMC, incredible thinking always comes first. Like the GMC Sierra, the first pickup to offer a V8 engine that gets an EPA-estimated 23 highway miles per gallon. The first to offer an innovative cargo bed with LED lighting. And now, during the GMC April open house, all 2014 GMC Sierras are specially priced, so you get thousands off MSRP. This month, use your special value pricing to get over $7,100 total value on this specially equipped GMC Sierra SLT.
If ever you're not satisfied with one of our tires, please feel free to bring it back. Thank you. Discount Tire Company.
You can find out. Contact Matt in facilities. He'll help you out.
And one more thing. There's a glitch in the AC. The air conditioning is broken. It's going to shut down tonight at 5 o'clock. Seriously, we have got to get this glass frosted.
Yep.
ESPN, serving sports fans everywhere.
Hurry into Sleepy's and let the mattress professionals find you the perfect mattress at the perfect price. The most trusted name in mattresses. Sleepy's, the mattress professionals.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold a room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think. Synergistic integration. Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta. La Quinta.
Welcome back to Fields Auto Group Cubs Pregame Live.
All right, the Cubs and the Pirates tee it up in just about 6 minutes. We'll hand it off to Len and JD and see if Jason Hammel can put the Cubs in the win column. Welcome back to Cubs Pregame Live, presented by Fields Auto Group. Cap and Holly with you in time for our Fields Auto Group keys to the game. Take it away, Todd.
Okay, here we go. Save the pen. Really just talking about Jason Hammel and how big this start is. I don't want to overplay it. I know it's his first Cubs start, but Listen, we all endured that game last night. I watched 500 pitches, you watched 500 pitches, and you know what's riding on this start. Again, first impressions are important, but this cannot be 3 innings, doesn't have his stuff. The issue will get forced here because I think Ricky Renteria is stuck. Jason, we got to have 6 innings from you today, minimum. Let's talk about it that way, right? So you're in that position. I talk about the hammer. That's the video that I've seen. That's what I saw in spring training. That's what I like. Yeah, he's got 92, 94 for you. But again, I want to see him be aggressive. The Pirates, let's not forget, I know we talk about the Cubs. They're struggling with runners in scoring position, just the same as is some other teams around baseball. Now, number 2, role players. You see it in our lineup. This is an advantage that the Cubs have that the Pirates don't. Yes, maybe they have a little bit more talent or names you know, McCutchen and Alvarez, but my point is this. You've got 5 guys in the lineup today. Ruggiano making his first start. You've got Lake in there, Old, Barney, Baker's making his first start as well. You have a game like last night. This is an advantage. You should have guys who have fresh legs and are ready to go today. This is a big game for the Cubs. They got to avoid the sweep, and you want to get a win going into your home opener. And number 3, mind over matter. And what I'm talking about here is digging deep and where these games go. Yesterday sapped probably every ounce of energy that all the players on the field today have. And my point is this. They went to bed at 2:30. You get back. You got no batting practice today. You're trying to get a win. This is where your mind has to take over. This is where we talk about mental strength, mental fortitude, and I think it's going to be real important today for the Cubs to be in this frame of mind, this competitive nature that Ricky Renteria is talking about, and being able to be resilient. You're going to see it today, and it's going to be because these guys are mentally tough as opposed to their bodies being able to back it up.
Guy like Bonifacio who's red hot. Do you maybe bunt early? Guys are a little lethargic. Boy, I'm tired.
Huge advantage, absolutely.
He's got speed.
I think these are great advantages that you bring to a game. I love to see your role players be a little, and this isn't Bonifacio, but other guys be active on the bases in games like this, because I know that the Pirates are as flat as we feel. We just did 16 innings with them. We just did 6+ hours. Yeah, this is a real opportunity if you can go in there and think that way. You drop down that bunt. Wandy Rodriguez might be the only guy on the field that bounces out and tries to make a play.
All right, time for key performers. You have a 1-0 lead. I took last year's crown. You get to go first.
I'm going Junior Lake. I think he's going to be ready for this. I love his energy level. Always have. I think we're going to see it today. Big at bats.
All right, I'm going to force this one. I'm going Starlin Castro.
Yes, you are.
Haven't got a hit yet. Today's your day, my man. Go out and get a couple of knocks and lead the Cubs to a victory. All right, thank you for watching Cubs Pregame Live, presented by Fields Auto Group. We will see you on the other side on the postgame show. First pitch from the Steel City is next.
Welcome to the new Fields Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Glenview. Hello, I'm Dan Fields, and we're celebrating.
Our move is complete, and it's time for you to make your move to this incredible facility.
From our spacious, state-of-the-art sales areas
to our comfortable customer lounge and cafe.
Our new home is designed to deliver a superior level of customer service.
Plus, every new vehicle has a special We Have Arrived price during our award season event.
See Fields first, the all-new Fields Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram at the Glen in Glenview.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers.
Anybody else?
Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Real pizza that tastes great, that's our specialty.
For just $12, try Papa John's new double pepperoni and bacon pizza. One layer of pepperoni, another layer of oversized deli-style pepperoni, and hickory smoked bacon. Oh yeah. Order now at papajohns.com.
Real sports fans want to watch the game live, and nobody has more live sports than Xfinity. This is our sports app.
It'll show you every game that's playing live and every game that's scheduled to play.
It's got everything I need.
Live scores updated right now. See these live games highlighted in white? Click on any of them and watch live.
Fourth quarter, it's all tied up. I want to see this triple overtime game.
Wow, that's amazing. This is the ultimate experience right here.
Enjoy the most live sports like never before with an Xfinity X1 Triple Play. See for yourself. Call 1-800-XFINITY.
Your old air conditioner is costing you money. Put your money back in your pocket with a new air conditioner from Four Seasons. And right now, get a new energy-saving air conditioner from just $24.95 installed. Furnace and AC combos from just $36.95. Plus, enjoy 5 years interest-free financing. Call today for your free estimate on a new AC from Four Seasons.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
With Luna, buy 2 rooms of flooring with installation and get product for the rest of your home for just $99. Sit back, relax, and save.
773-202 Luna.
And shine. We're in Pittsburgh today, just hours after the 16-inning, 5-hour, 55-minute marathon ended in the wee hours of the morning. The Cubs today try to avoid the sweep and grab their first win of the season as they face the Pirates. Always great to have you with us. Jim DeShays and Len Casper with you. We are expecting rain at some point. Hopefully we can get this one in today. It's been a crazy series, dominated by a lot of replays and very good starting pitching.
Yeah, that's the good news for the Cubs. They've dropped the first 2 games of the season, as you know, but the starting pitching has been really good. First, Jeff Samardzija in the opener, and then last night, Edwin Jackson was solid as well. Of course, the Pirate starters have been outstanding as well. The numbers tell the story. The Pirate starters have not allowed an earned run. The Cubs starters have allowed just 1 in these first 2 ball games.
Jason Hammel, the new addition to the Cubs rotation, comes over from Baltimore, signed as a free agent, and you looked at his numbers in his career and you think he's poised for maybe a big year.
Yeah, I really like the way he's been throwing the ball. Last time out in spring training, he was very, very sharp. He hasn't seen the Pirates since 2011. He was 7-8 last year with a high ERA for Baltimore, but he battled through some arm injuries, and he's pitched in some very difficult environments. The Cubs know all about Wandy Rodriguez all those years in Houston. Now a Pirate, 24 times he's taken the mound against the Cubs. A 9-7 record with a 360 earned run average.
Emilio Bonifacio, the greatest hitter in the history of baseball, has 9 hits in the first 2 games of this series. We got a little loopy late last night. The Cubs thought they had a win in regulation. Pirates were able to come back and win the game in 16. We have Cubs baseball, matinee style, from Pittsburgh next.
Tell me about the Honda Civic. It's the most durable, longest-lasting car in its class.
Can I stay in touch?
Bluetooth and text message reader comes standard.
Does it rock?
Pandora compatibility, standard.
Where am I?
The Honda sales event of your dreams.
Nailed it, Gomez!
This is not a drill. Get a great deal during the Spring Into a Honda sales event. Now at your Honda dealer.
I referred 4 of my neighbors to DirecTV, and now I get $40 off my bill every month. But the real reason I did it was that stupid cable van. It seemed like every week there it was, ripping out this, tearing up this. I mean, it was always something. DirecTV is reliable, and you get the best channels.
Refer a friend to DirecTV, and you'll both get $10 off your bill every month. Just give them your account number before they call 1-855-REFER-NOW.
Our moving day arrived.
But the movers didn't.
All my jewelry? Lost.
Looked like a tornado hit the back of the truck.
But moving my DirecTV? Piece of cake.
They were so professional.
And on time.
Even gave me a brand new Genie.
Bundled the phone and internet, too. All our favorite movies and shows. It's like we never left. DirecTV was the best part of our move. By far.
The DirecTV Movers Deal. Call today to find out how we make starting over easier.
Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, through it all. AT&T Uverse. Visit att.com/freeyourtv. Rethink possible. Ford. Check out America's freshest lineup at your local Ford store or at yourlocalfordstores.com. and by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online, only at southwest.com.
Welcome back. Again, we might see some rain a little later, but we appear to have a 2.5 hour window before the wet stuff. Detroit hosting Kansas City already rained out today, and they're being delayed in Cincinnati. There's Jason Hammel set for his Cubs debut, and if today's Cubs leadoff batter, and you know who that is, gets a hit, Benny's Beverage Depot will donate $100 to JDRF.
Jim Deshaies Relaxation Fund. Thank you, Benny's. It's you know, you've heard of the day-night doubleheader, where essentially we're doing it backwards. A night-day doubleheader, playing 26 innings so far, 10 in the opener, 16 last night. There's been a bevy of challenges / reviews. Cubs have been woeful with runners in scoring position. Pirates haven't been a whole lot better. And the heroes so far, Neil Walker with that home run off Carlos Villanueva, Tony Sanchez with the RBI single off Carlos. So Carlos, unfortunately, 0-2 here after 2 ball games.
So the Pirates take the field behind veteran left-hander Wandy Rodriguez, and let's check in on the Cubs Southwest starting lineup. Again, 1 out of 27 with runners in scoring position. They're getting guys on, they're not getting them in. Bonifacio's been on a ton in this series. Castro moving up a spot from 3 to 2, still looking for his first hit. Ruggiano gets his first start as a Cub. Rizzo will clean up. Lake is in left. Mike Olt, second start of the series. Same for Darwin Barney at second. John Baker gets the nod after Wellington Castillo caught all 16 innings, and the pitcher Hammel with 1 career home run.
Pirates in the field this afternoon. Well, pretty much the way they've looked in the first 2 games of the series, except for behind the plate, where Tony Sanchez will spell Russell Martin. Both the backup catchers getting the starting assignment here this afternoon. Our Lexus pursuing perfection starting pitcher is the veteran left-hander Wandy Rodriguez. 91 up, 92 down in his career last year. 6-4. He made only 12 starts. Had forearm issues. His last big league start came in the middle of June. They tried rehabbing him, shutting him down, throwing program, and ultimately could not make it back to a big league mound. No surgery for Wandy Rodriguez. They just put him on a rest and rehab program. Threw the ball pretty well this spring, and they're hopeful he can hang in there and go to the bump every 5 days.
Umpires today, that's James Hoy behind the plate, John Tumpane at first, crew chief John Hirschbeck at second, and Bob Davidson at third.
Bob Davidson's got to be gassed after working the plate last night. What could be 500 and some odd pitches thrown in that ball game last night.
Bonifacio to start it. 9 hits in 2 games. He's played 3 different positions already. He says he'd pitch if the Cubs need him to. And with a bullpen that is not completely rested, if we go to extras again, that might be a possibility. And we're underway, ball 1. .57 the temperature. But most importantly, while it is overcast, it's not raining.
This sets up to be a pitcher's day. I mean, it's been a pitcher's series so far, but these position players have to be bone weary after playing that game. The starters, Wandy Rodriguez and Jason Hammel, I'm guessing, went home early last night and shut it down. So they're fresh, they're ready to go, making their first starts of the year, so they're kind of locked in. Having said all that, we'll probably have a 10-9 ball game.
2-2 on Bonifacio on the pitch. Late swing to stay alive. Rodriguez is 35 years old. I think for a long while he was very underrated. make about 30 starts a year with an ERA in the 3s for the Astros. In the left, base hit. Bonifacio 10 for 13.
It's reminiscent of the start Donnie Murphy had when he first joined the Cubs. Of course, Murphy was hitting the ball out of the ballpark, but this is crazy how good Bonifacio has been.
And for the second straight day, $100 donated to JDRF, courtesy Benny's Beverage Depot and that guy.
Yeah. Rodriguez's best pitch is a curveball. He's got a little deception with his fastball. He'll work both sides of the plate with it, and he'll also feature a changeup to the right-handed hitters. Lefties will see fastball, curveball. Starlin has seen him a lot, has had very little success against him.
He has looked a little anxious at the plate. 0 for 9 in the first 2 games. An abbreviated spring due to the hamstring. And he hits one high in the air, pretty deep, left center, a lot of room out there, and Marte back to the warning track, makes a catch. By far the best swing of the series for Castro, but he hit it to the worst part of the park for a hitter. He hit it about 400 feet.
Yeah, he's been behind some fastballs, and he's been lunging at the breaking ball. This time he times it up pretty well. Pretty good jolt into it. Unfortunately for him, big part of the yard. Marte able to drift back and put it away. Bonifacio, had he recognized early enough that Marte was going to catch that ball, could have tagged and advanced. Well, that's a tough read from first base. The depth of that fly ball, you want to give yourself a chance to score if it falls in.
Justin Ruggiano with his first start as a Cub, and he's hitting in that coveted 3-hole today. A bit of a tender left ankle, but he's ready to go. He's 0 for 1 in the series. Slide step in the pitch and a foul out of play. Cubs were too right-handed, then they got a little bit too left-handed, and that's why they made the deal with the Miami Marlins. They sent Brian Bogusevic to the Marlins and got Ruggiano in return. A pop-up right side of the infield. Walker calling for it, and he's got it in foul ground. So 2 outs. It's Anthony Rizzo, who has 1 hit in the series. It was a go-ahead home run in the 9th inning last night.
And they were throwing him a lot of soft stuff earlier in that at-bat, and then they tried to sneak a fastball by him on the inner half and put a real good swing on it.
Bonifacio takes off for second, and he's safe. He's got 4 steals. 12th inning, not 9th inning, with a home run for Rizzo.
Details. A little delayed steal there by Bonifacio, and it works. Got Tony Sanchez unawares. That was a great look at the technique in that delayed steal. The shuffle, and then go. Fun to watch play. He's clever. He takes a lot of chances on the bases. He'll try that slug bunt every now and then. He's been picked off a couple times and could have been a 3rd time, but the ball was dropped at first base by Ishikawa. That was on opening day.
There's a strike. That's the fastball at 88. Speaking of details, talking with the manager about the little things. Execute a bunt here. Deep fly ball with a runner at third, less than 2 outs there. And the difference between victory and defeat. There's a ground ball base hit. Bonifacio will score, and the Cubs have the lead. A first inning run.
Finally able to take advantage of Bonifacio getting on base all the time, and a base hit with a runner in scoring position. Even with the lefty on the mound, the Pirates put the extreme shift on for Rizzo. That gives him all kinds of room over there on the shortstop side, and he exploits it.
Well, it is a 9-inning game, but looking at the forecast, if we do get a delay later, we may not resume. So if you get 5 in, you certainly would prefer having the lead. Lake swings and misses as Rizzo faked towards second. Next pitch, bounced foul.
Rodriguez first came to the big leagues with the Astros in 2005. The year they got beat by the Sox in the World Series. He was a 10-game winner that year. 5 times in his career he's been in double digits in wins. His best season in terms of wins, 14-12 in 09. Just a good, steady, middle of the rotation guy. Never really been an ace type, but I'm with you. I think for a good while he was underrated.
Okay. Should I tell him today? Okay.
2 strikes on Lake, who now steps out.
Yeah, right.
Well, today and tomorrow the Cubs will face starting pitchers who at one time were known under different names. Roberto Hernandez tomorrow for the Phillies. He used to be Fausto Carmona. And Rodriguez took on the identity of Eni Cabreja at the urging of a coach in the Dominican Republic. Changed his identity and age. That missed. So he was 19, which would have been too old for scouts. You check out the probables for the weekend. And Villanueva is still listed as the Sunday starter, but the Cubs will continue to discuss the rotation here over the next couple of days. Here's a pitch. On the ground is short. Mercer will feed Walker, and the inning is over. Jason Hammel will take the ball with a lead.
Refreshment calls, Coors Light answers.
Anybody else?
Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois wants you to keep your 20s roaring. You should act your age, and you should do it with confidence. Just take the smart choice for health coverage along for the ride. We're ready when you are. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all.
Pirates Southwest starting lineup. They've begun a season with consecutive extra inning wins for the first time since 1964, and those were against the Cubs. Marte, Snyder, McCutchen at the top, Alvarez, Walker, Ishikawa in the middle. Last night's hero in the 16th, Tony Sanchez, will catch. Mercer, the shortstop, and the occasionally switch hitting Wandy Rodriguez.
And the Cubs afield. Lake left, Bonifacio center, Ruggiano gets the start in right. Old Castro, Barney, Rizzo. Starlin made a critical error in last night's ball game. John Baker gets his first starting assignment behind the plate. Our Lexus pursuing perfection starting pitcher is right-hander Jason Hammel. Last year with the Birds of Baltimore, he was 7-8 with a .497 earned run average. Career 49-59 with a .480.
First back-to-back extra inning games since '64. First time they've won extra inning walk-off games in their history. And a sartorial issue here. There's the team name, Chicago Cubs, so it does work.
It's got the right color.
Yeah, it's gray.
Maybe maybe there was something went wrong with his other one. Missing a button or something.
The 1-1 to Marte in the air, right to the guy we just showed you. That's last night, so he did have the Cubs jersey.
Came off the bench and had a nice night last night. A couple of knocks. Came in and played the infield in a critical situation. Made a nice play.
Now he just happened to notice. Maybe Bonifacio said, hey,
hey dude.
Ball one on Travis Snyder. Hey, it was a long night last night. You can certainly understand that could happen.
Somebody in the bullpen letting him know.
1-1.
Well, Hamill's got the 4 basic pitches: fastball, curve, slider, and change. He'll throw his slider more than his curve. Fastball averages about 93 miles an hour.
The pitch. That's the sinker. Low and off the outside corner. Hammel is 31, 6'6", 225. From the Northwest. To high school in Washington. He's actually born in South Carolina. And then attended Treasure Valley Community College, Ontario, Oregon.
I mentioned his career record, and it doesn't really get your attention. 10 games under 500 with an ERA of 4.80, but especially when you consider that earned run average. Remember, he pitched for the Rockies, came up with the Rays, then he was with the Rockies in 08, 9, and 10 and 11. Made a lot of starts out there in that thin air.
Opposite field base hit for Snyder. He's on with 1 out.
Pitching in the hyper-competitive American League East with the Rays and the Orioles in his career, and then all those starts with the Rockies up in Coors Field. Tough to post a very good ERA. That's why I think there's a chance he's going to put up some good numbers if he stays healthy. Health was an issue for him last year. Made 23 starts, also worked 3 times out of the bullpen.
McCutchen 1 for 7, has walked 4 times as well. And it's now time for you to tweet your photo using hashtag CubsFanPhoto for a chance to have it shown during our broadcast later on in the game. Brought to you by AT&T.
I wonder how many folks were with us at the end of last night's game and are here now for the beginning of this one.
You mean in the ballpark or
no,
or
watching?
Oh, I think a lot.
He's a 1 kernel at a time guy. Huh. I don't see that very often. Cubs have been very cautious with McCutchen in this series.
Kick, pitch, a strike. 3-1.
They've been cautious. He's been patient. Leads to a lot of deep counts.
Hit in the air out into right center. And it's Ruggiano to make the catch. Snyder tagged, but he's going to hold it first. 2 outs.
Ball appears to be carrying pretty well here this afternoon.
There's Pedro Alvarez, 1 for 11 the first 2 games. Nothing in 1 on Alvarez. You see Ryne Sandberg and the Philadelphia Phillies tomorrow. They're already in Chicago. Lost 2 of 3 to the Rangers. Could not hold a 2-run lead in the 9th last night. And I don't know if you've been looking at the forecast. It's going to be really windy. And what I saw was like a south or southwest wind, which would mean blowing straight out.
More of a summertime wind.
Right. Temperatures, I guess, in the mid-40s. O2 offering is elevated. 1-2.
It's a kid from the Sandlot.
That's Snyder at first. 1-2 to Alvarez, smothered by Baker.
Not a bad pitch. That's a pitch you can get Alvarez chased for 2 strikes, but he was able to lay off here, and Baker keeps it in front. No advance for Snyder down there at first. Alvarez showing some patience here, but at the end of the day, he's one of those guys that likes to swing the bat.
Rizzo playing behind Snyder with 2 outs and a 3-2 on the way to Alvarez. Very deep. Bonifacio and Ruggiano, and it's Bonifacio right up against the padding to end the inning. Had just enough room, and the Cubs lead 1-0 after 1.
We're Southwest, but see that right there? That says Southwest.com. It means you save money dealing directly with us. It means we save money dealing directly with you. Rethinking how to book online, one of the many ways we bring you $69 airfares. For a limited time only, Southwest is offering flights as low as $69. If it matters to you, it matters to us. Book now online only at Southwest.com.
It's almost impossible to get them to sit down to dinner. That's why we have
KFC Dip Bombs!
A KFC Dip'ems bucket, 20 extra crispy tenders,
6 awesome sauces.
I mean, he's sitting still. This is kind of miraculous.
If ever you're not satisfied with one of our tires, please feel free to bring it back. Thank you. Discount Tire Company.
Leave the cold months of winter behind and get ready for summer with Menards Outdoor Living Sale. You'll find everything you need to enjoy a warm summer outside. Add the finishing touch to your landscaping with easy-to-install Mastermark edging. Relax in comfort with new patio furniture from Backyard Creations. And don't forget our wide variety of bird food from Performance Seed. Find this and everything else you need for a great summer. Now during Menards Outdoor Living Sale.
Save big money at Menards.
Tonight, don't miss Sports Talk Live on Comcast Sportsnet. David Kaplan leads a roundtable on the day's hottest topics.
My main goal was to win a state championship, so that's still ahead of me, and that's what I'm looking to do right now.
Interview Chicago's biggest stars.
I'm saying I'm in the fight. I'm in the fight with every bitter juices and function in my body. I'm in the fight.
And interacts with you, the viewer. Sports Talk Live, presented by Land Rover. Tonight at 5 on Comcast Sportsnet.
Ready to go here in the second. Big rip by Mike Olt. Cubs leading 1-0. Got the opening day start. He's 0 for 4 to this point. You see what he did. 5 homers in 19 spring games. Strike on the inside corner. The lights are on. The sky has brightened a bit. Still very overcast.
Didn't have that beard before the game started last night. Fastball away. Good eye. Rodriguez with pretty good fastball command. He'll throw that breaking ball, he'll backdoor it, then he'll also try to throw it down towards that back foot of a right-handed hitter.
From 0-2 to 3-2. Right field, Snyder watching it. Get out. Boy, you're right. The ball really carrying today. That did not sound like a home run, but it was his first as a Cub, and it's 2-0.
Boy, what a great at-bat by Mike Olt. Fell behind in the count, would not chase as Rodriguez tried to tease him in and out, and then ultimately on the 3-2 pitch, Rodriguez makes a pretty good pitch. It's over the plate, but down, and Olt just goes down and whacks it the other way. I mean, that was a good pitch.
First of his major league career. Forward home run replay. There's a fly ball off the bat of Darwin Barney. It'll be handled by Marte.
Now, given the way some of those balls have flown, I was really surprised that Alvarez's ball stayed in the ballpark.
John Baker. And he's facing a lefty today, but Renteria wanted to give Wellington Castillo a rest after catching for 6 hours last night.
Yeah. I mean, Randy Johnson could have been on the mound today, and Baker probably would have gotten this start. And what a moment for young Mike Olt. What a thrill.
Fouled right at the plate. Two guys who've homered in this series for the Cubs, Rizzo and Olt. And both shots to right. On the ground, it'll be played by the shortstop. That's Mercer over on the other side of the bag. It goes 6-3. We saw 7-2-3 double play last night, among other bizarre things.
With Junior Lake being called into the infield with the winning run on third base. Well, the bases were loaded, nobody out. Wesley Wright pitched out of that jam, and it all started with the ground ball to the left fielder, turned extra infielder. Talking to Rick Renteria this morning, I said, man, you had to feel like that was your game after you got out of that bases loaded, nobody out mess. And he said, yeah. He said, we had a great feeling in the dugout. He said, all night long, even when things weren't going our way and there was some frustration, but the guys were, really engaged, pumped up. He said, nobody ever quit on him.
Hammel now with a 2-run cushion. Job to hang in there. Taking this Pirate fan thing a little too literally. That one missed. It's 1-2. Able to hold up on that curveball. And so just to finish that story, we had a lot of stories about guys coming from Latin America changing their age and their identity, and eventually Rodriguez fessed up, told the Astros that in fact his name was not Eni Cabreja and that he was 2 years older. Wouldn't have been able to get a work visa in the U.S. under Cabreja's name anyway. So it was a huge weight off his shoulders to tell the truth. And as we'll talk about tomorrow, Fausto Carmona is now Roberto Hernandez.
Well, you can understand the kid doing it, right? I mean, he's got Bosconi, the scout, in his ear saying, look, they're not going to sign you if you tell them you're 19 years of age, but if you're 17, they might like you. Kid's trying to become a pro ball player.
He strikes out Hammel, but he gives up the first career homer ever hit by Mike Olt at this level, and the Cubs lead 2-0 early.
From Disney Nature, the studio that introduced you to Oscar and the world of chimpanzee, comes a brand new family to capture your heart. This Earth Day, join Sky and her newborn cubs on their incredible journey across the Alaskan wild on an adventure like you've never seen before. Disney Nature's Bears. See Bears opening week to help protect our national parks. Rated G.
It's not surprising these guys are loving Taco Bell's new waffle taco.
That's good. Eggs, sausage, a little syrup. What else more could you ask for, right?
What is surprising is who they are.
I'm Ronald McDonald Jr., and this is Ronald McDonald III.
I am Ronald McDonald.
I'm Ronald McDonald, and I'm from Oak Ridge, North Carolina.
You like the waffle taco?
The bacon is really, really good.
I'm Ronald McDonald.
And I love Taco Bell's new breakfast.
Time for our expert Xfinity high-speed action after a long night at the ballpark. Junior Lake to put on the wrong road uniform. Was notified of it by teammates, and now he's got the right one up. Although the Cubs scored 2 runs with him wearing the wrong jersey, so this could be a little superstitious in that regard.
Yeah, but he was 0 for 1 in that jersey. Well, Mike Holt has delivered his first home run as a big leaguer. Guy who in 2012 hit 28 home runs in Double-A for the Rangers. He was their minor league player of the year and one of their top 2 or 3 prospects. Derailed by vision problems after being beamed by a pitch in winter ball, and the Cubs hope that he's back on that track he was on prior to the injury.
One and one on Neil Walker. Vincent Cimino checking in on Twitter. You guys sound good after last night. I feel hungover and I don't drink. It was a long night, Vincent. One and two the count. Bonifacio. Plenty of room. Blackhawks hockey tonight here on Comcast Sportsnet. Marion Hossa and the Hawks entertain the Wild on home ice. Blackhawks pregame live presented by Chevy. Starts at 6:30. Blackhawks Wild. 6:30 tonight only on Comcast Sportsnet.
The whole family of Cub fans out enjoying the day.
Ishikawa looks at a strike.
Come on.
Jason Hammel very tight with his older brother Bill. They played ball as kids in the backyard, just like a lot of youngsters do. And we did when we were kids. Hammel throws out Ishikawa. Lost their father William back in 1999 after a heart attack.
The catcher.
Jason was in high school.
Tony Sanchez.
That's the walk-up music from the movie Frozen for Tony Sanchez. Kind of considered their catcher of the future. He's here because Chris Stewart is on the disabled list. Right knee surgery in March.
He was the last man used by Clint Hurdle. Last position player anyway, and he delivered the game winner. Probably went into Clint's office after the game and said, Skip, you should have used me earlier. Could have got you a couple hours more sleep.
Two 2-1. Fouled out of play. Parrott up and at him early today. Off the plate. It's 3-2. Mercer on deck. Driven to right, but Ruggiano twisting and turning will haul it in. Jason Hammel looks comfortable here early on, leading 2-0 after 2.
Hey there, can I help you?
Sorry. Hi. We need a new family plan. How about 10 gigs of data to share and unlimited talk and text?
Oh, 10 gigs sounds pretty good.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, and for your family, it's 160 for 4 lines.
What? Get out of here.
Sorry, are we still doing the whisper thing, or?
Oh, sorry. Yes. Oh,
We'll take it.
Introducing our best ever family pricing. For instance, a family of 4 gets 10 gigs of data with unlimited talk and text for $160 a month, only from AT&T.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced, or descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold a room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think.
Synergistic integration.
Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta. La Quinta.
Escape winter and start planning your summer now during the preseason savings event at The Great Escape. Family-size pool packages starting at $12.99. $100 down reserves your pool. Plus get free early bird installation. Create and customize your outdoor living space with hundreds of new patio collections from the biggest brands. And save up to 60%. Custom order now for spring delivery. Plus get great savings on grills, umbrellas, fire pits, and more.
Your vote decides today's player of the game. Vote now. Log on to Cubs In-Game Live on CSNChicago.com. It's brought to you by Comcast Business Class. Bonifacio, single, a steal, and a run in the first inning. Batting .769 to start the year. And pretty well hit to right. Snyder won't catch this. Bonifacio on his way to second, and he will stand with a double. 11 for 14.
They do not have an answer for Emilio Bonifacio. He is absolutely locked in. He gives this one a pretty good ride. He's got a chance to build a picket fence here. One in the first, one in the second. A great chance to push one across here in the third if they execute. Castro's job, if he doesn't drive him in, at least get him to third base.
Foul ground and no play for Ishikawa. So 4 hits, 5 hits, 2 hits. First 3 games as a Cub for Bonifacio, and we're just getting started today. 2 and counting, we'll say. Lined for a base hit. First of the year for Castro, and they're at the corners with nobody out.
I look, Starlin pulled off that first fastball a little bit. This was a breaking ball up, and a much better approach. Good solid line drive single the other way. So not only does he advance him, but he reaches himself. Rodriguez's breaking ball has been a little flat at times today. Bonifacio can't sell out. He's got to wait to make sure that ball drops.
Pirates want to try for a double play turn. They would give up that third run for that opportunity. Next pitch. He's missed with a couple of curves. 2-0.
Luciano's got power. He'll be sitting on a fastball here. Pulled off a little bit.
The 2-1 back to the pitcher, and they're going to get two as the run scores. Well, Rodriguez had a choice, and he briefly looked at Bonifacio, but then decided, you know what, let's limit the damage here.
Well, I think you know, his instinct said, I want to cut this run off at home. That's pitchers never want to give up a run, so you're tempted to make a play on Bonifacio. Gave him a quick look, and then ultimately did what he was supposed to do and turned the double play. But the fight's against your instincts as a pitcher to make that play. Where you really get into trouble is if you hesitate, then throw the ball to second base, and you don't get that second out at first.
So nobody on, a run in. The Cubs have scored in every inning. No RBI for Ruggiano on the double play ball, and it's 0-1 on Rizzo.
As a pitcher, you really hate to do that when you're already down a couple of runs.
Rizzo was just trying to take advantage of the shift and bunt his way on.
Celebrate 100 years of Wrigley Field, starting with tomorrow's home opener at 1:20 p.m. Rain, rain, go away. Limited tickets are still available for the entire homestand.
Lined and caught.
And we'll fill you in on the details later.
It's 3-0 Cubs here in the third.
Is that my Wendy's salad?
Please, with these ingredients? Oh, look, a Wendy's cup.
Yeah, mine. Okay, that's mine too.
Make no mistake, Wendy's new salads are irresistible, like the new barbecue ranch or Asian cashew chicken.
Now that's better.
Those little things still get you. Cialis Tadalafil for daily use helps you be ready anytime the moment is right. Cialis is also the only daily ED tablet approved to treat symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines, and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any allergic reactions like rash, hives, swelling of the lips, tongue, or throat, or difficulty breathing or swallowing, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a free 30-tablet trial.
My heroes play sports,
wear capes,
or crowns.
My heroes teach others,
sacrifice for our country, and run into burning buildings.
Now it's my turn. Our turn.
And your turn to be a hero.
Join the Secretary of State's Organ and Tissue Donor Registry.
It takes very little time, and one donor can save or greatly improve up to 25 lives.
Go to lifegoeson.com.
Become a hero today.
Saturday, Darwin, Barney, and the Northsiders take the field for a battle with Chase Utley and the Phils. Coverage begins at 12:30 with Cubs Pregame Live presented by Fields Auto Group. Cubs, Phillies, Saturday at 12:30 on Comcast Sportsnet.
Welcome back. It's 3-0 Cubs. And as I was saying, home opener tomorrow at 1:20. Limited tickets are still available for the entire homestand. 3 against the Phils. And then the Pirates come in for 3. To purchase your tickets, visit Cubs.com.
3-0. Hammel back to work. And a strike called on Jordy Mercer.
And we're not wasting a lot of time between pitches. His boys have put some runs up on the board for him. He wants to attack these Pirate hitters. Bullpens for both clubs. A little stretched thin because of the 16-inning game last night. Jose Veras not available today. Carlos Villanueva will not pitch out of the bullpen today. Hector Rondon, probably not. Wesley Wright, I'm guessing not. For the Pirates, their long men, Gomez and Pimentel, probably not available. Pimentel threw 65 pitches in the game. 4 innings, he was the winner.
Bounce to the shortstop, Castro. Well, they have carved Pirates into the bushes out there in the batter's eye. But the umbrella is there for one of the letters, I guess. The P. That'd be the most important letter in that word. Since that, I guess, is their logo. I'm guessing it dropped from atop the batter's eye, where the center field camera is. As I mentioned, occasional switch hitter, Wandy Rodriguez, and he deposits one into left for a base hit. Coming up Saturday, Ryan Sandberg returns to the friendly confines. Tune in as the Cubs host the Phillies. Coverage starts at 12:30 with Cubs pregame live, presented by Fields Auto Group. Phillies and Cubs Saturday at 12:30 on Comcast Sportsnet. Rhino very excited about being at the ballpark tomorrow. Saw him last year as the interim manager of the Phillies. He's now their full-time skipper. Rizzo will play behind the pitcher, Rodriguez, at first, and a strike called on Marte. As I mentioned, Jason Hammel from Washington, his hometown Port Orchard, Washington. And he couldn't make his high school team early on. Thought his baseball career was over at age 15 in Babe Ruth League. He wasn't good enough to be even on the JV squad. But then his junior year, we talked with Elton Goodwin, a South Kitsap coach, who encouraged him to try out. So eventually got on the high school team at the end of his junior year. Ended up going to Treasure Valley Community College, as we mentioned, and Rodriguez barely got back in time.
He was worried about getting hit by that throw, and he almost stopped before he got to the bag. Treasure Valley Community College there, the Chuckers. It's kind of a partridge.
Yeah, there's a note that we'll have to ask Jason about. 2 down here after the strikeout of Marte. That he was the basketball team's mascot.
In high school or at the
college?
Community college.
Chucker?
The Chuckers.
C-H-U-K-A-R. The Chucker bird mascot. Certainly worth asking him about. Well, when he got to college, I mean, he's 6'6". He was quoted in a story a while ago saying, "I could barely bench press a plate." So he was tall, but he wasn't very strong. That all changed in college. Eventually was a 10th round pick of the Rays. Big swing and a miss by Snyder.
Well, it's a good lesson for young players. Don't give up on it. People develop at their own pace.
Snyder swung and missed twice in his first at bat, and then cracked the base hit to the left. Hammel just picked up his first strikeout, getting Marte. Pitch away here against Snyder. Here it is inside.
Snyder considered a placeholder by many. They have a kid down in the minor leagues, Gregory Polanco, who's bona fide, legit prospect, just 21 years of age, and a lot of folks think he'll be here by midsummer.
Runner goes on the 3-2, back-to-back Ks for Hammel to end the inning. All Cubs early, leading 3-0 at the end of 3.
Real sports fans want to watch the game live, and nobody has more live sports than Xfinity. This is our sports app.
It'll show you every game that's playing live and every game that's scheduled to play.
It's got everything I need.
Live scores updated right now.
See these live games highlighted in white? Click on any of them and watch live.
Fourth quarter, it's all tied up. I want to see this triple overtime game.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. This is the ultimate experience right here.
Enjoy the most live sports like never before with an Xfinity X1 Triple Play. See for yourself. Call 1-800-XFINITY.
This is a head-to-head challenge. We want to find out which vehicle you prefer.
Flurry. Okay. This is awesome. Woo!
Wow, a lot more pickup than the Honda. The Fusion does not feel like a 4-cylinder. Is that because of the EcoBoost?
So with the Fusion, it just has a younger vibe to me. The winner is Ford Fusion, hands down.
See for yourself during the EcoBoost Challenge and get a Fusion with 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,000 bonus cash or lease for $189 a month.
Refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Tonight, Patrick Sharp and the Blackhawks will look to tame the Wild at the UC. Tune in at 6:30 for Blackhawks Pregame Live presented by Chevy. Blackhawks Wild tonight at 6:30 only on Comcast Sportsnet.
Welcome back. The Cubs have 3. The Pirates don't have any. It's the top half of the 4th. The 9th annual race to Wrigley, presented by Athletico Physical Therapy, takes place on Saturday, April 12th, starting at Wrigley Field. Participants will run through the Lakeview neighborhood just as fast as they can and finish under the legendary marquee at Clark and Addison. To register, visit racetowrigley.com. Registration is limited to the first 10,000 runners, so sign up now.
Hammel's been sharp early on. Rodriguez has looked a little rusty. Hasn't pitched since early June of last year. He'll face Junior Lake wearing his second uniform of the day.
0 for 1 in his first uniform. We'll see if he fares any better in this one. Well, he got so many different options now. He used to be at a home uniform and a road uniform, and that was about it.
Missed a changeup. Excited about getting home. Wrigley Field opener. The 101st opening game at the ballpark and the 99th for the Chicago Cubs. The Federals went 2-0 in season openers at Weekman Park. And Lake strikes out. Second strikeout for Rodriguez. And here's Alt to hit his first career homer, leading off the second.
On a fastball that was down, it really gives you a sense of how strong Mike Alt was, because it was, you know, he just kind of went down and used his arms. Played on a state championship team in high school at Branford High in Connecticut, then on to UConn. He was a freshman All-American. Oh! 49th overall pick by the Rangers in the 2010 draft. There's a Teak fan.
We were noticing the other day a vast majority of the jerseys in the stands we saw on opening day were current Pirates, which is quite a change over the past few years. We'll still see the Tekulve, Stargell, Parker.
There's the old-timey hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see a lot of Clementes, but you're right. The success this club had last year has kind of turned this city into more of a present time Pirate fan base.
Barney with 2 outs. Ball 1. (3-0). Baker, the catcher, on deck. There it is, and it's high, ball 4.
Kind of a brain cramp walk issued by Wandy Rodriguez there after 2 punch outs to start the inning. A 4-pitch walk to Barney. Loss of focus there by Rodriguez, inability to find the strike zone. Sometimes a pitcher has a couple quick outs, you're down towards the bottom of the order, and mentally you kind of put yourself in the dugout. Still work to be done. See if the Cubs can capitalize.
Baker grounded out to the shortstop in his first at bat, but the shortstop was on the other side of second base. That's where Mercer is again this time around. Cut and a miss. 1-1. Wind has shifted a little bit. We're feeling a cool breeze up here high atop the ballpark. Now 2-2. Rockies trying to earn a 4-game split in Miami, leading the Marlins 4-1 in the third. Another throw over there. The Cubs minor league affiliates. Top 4 will start their seasons today. Chris Russin will pitch for the Iowa Cubs at home against Memphis. The Tennessee Smokies, they'll have Dae-Un Ri on the mound. Matt Latos, the rehab start, will go for Pensacola. I've seen pictures of that ballpark. It's right on the water.
Reds have got 7 or 8 guys on the disabled list.
Foul tip for strike 3. All the outs in the inning were punch outs. Midway in the 4th, Cubs 3, Pirates nothing.
For over 50 years, Discount Tire has been the place where America saves on tires. We're not just about tires. We are about people. Come see the difference at your neighborhood Discount Tire.
You are feeling satisfied without standard leather. You are feeling exhilarated with front-wheel drive.
you are feeling powerful with a 4-cylinder engine.
Open your eyes to the 6-cylinder, 8-speed Lexus GS with more standard horsepower than any of its German competitors. This is a wake-up call.
There's a first time for everything. We achieve goals. Celebrate. Cherish and protect what really matters.
Jordan Lynch broke NCAA records, led the MAC in multiple offensive categories, all while leading the Huskies to new heights. Now Lynch faces his biggest hurdle, trying to get a shot at the NFL. Jordan's journey from NIU to the NFL tonight on Sportsnet Central after Blackhawks post-game live. Cubs need length out of their starter today after the long bullpen night last night. They've got quality early on from Jason Hammel as he faces Andrew McCutchen here in the fourth.
Jason Hammel so far delivering a nice little birthday present to his pitching coach, Chris Bosio, celebrating a birthday this afternoon.
Happy birthday, Boz.
Born on this date, 1963.
McCutchen held.
These 1-1 pitches are real points of emphasis for Chris Bosio. Tip the balance in your favor if you make a pitch on 1-1.
Sky high center field. It's Bonifacio in. He's got it.
Treat your guests to an awesome view of Wrigley Field from the Budweiser Bleacher Suite. The Bleacher Suite features a sports bar atmosphere with new TVs, high top tables, and a one-of-a-kind Wrigley Field experience. The suite can hold up to 100 and includes food, drinks, and parking. For more information, visit Cubs.com/suites.
Pedro Alvarez flying to the warning track to end the first inning with a man on. Did you see Tim McClellan will not work this year?
I saw a link to a story that he might not be working. What's going on?
Back
and
a back injury.
He's been battling that for a while.
So it sounds like he'd like to return next year, assuming the back allows him to. So we wish him the best.
He's been at it a good long while.
He has, over 3 decades. Good location. Alvarez missed it. 2-2.
Staying away, and why not? Big strong guy looking to pull, and not going to do anything with that pitch off the outside edge.
Hammel works with a good pace. He's got good movement on all of his pitches. Veteran guy with postseason experience. High fly to left. Junior Lake keeps his feet moving.
It's been the MO for Hammel today, hasn't it? But a lot of fly ball outs. taking advantage of this big ballpark, even with the wind blowing out. It hasn't hurt him. Alvarez just missed a home run his first at bat.
Slicing drive by Walker out of play.
Well, obviously with a tired bullpen, you're hoping to get innings out of your starter, but you hope to do it without asking him to do more than you would normally ask a guy to do his first start of the year. You don't want to ask a guy who's coming out of spring training to throw 125 pitches for you to save the bullpen. So the fact that Hammel's not only been good, but efficient here today really helps.
One and two. Mentioned the Cardinals and Reds in a rain delay. The Reds were the last team to score a run this year. They won 1-0 last night. Chris Heisey, the game-ending RBI single. Mentioned all their injuries. They're just trying to survive right now. Diamondbacks are 1-4 after a 2-0 loss to the Giants. Popped him up. It's like Olt's going to have room. He makes a catch right in front of the Pirates dugout, and the inning is over to the 5th. Cubs 3, Pirates nothing.
It's fishing season at Burger King, and right now you can catch not one but 2 delicious fish sandwiches. Get hooked on our new Big Fish Deluxe with the king sauce you love. Now part of our 2 for $5 menu. Only at Burger King, where taste is king.
With Luna, buy 2 rooms of flooring with installation and get product for the rest of your home for just $99. Sit back, relax, and save.
773-202 Luna.
Our moving day arrived.
But the movers didn't.
All my jewelry lost.
Looked like a tornado hit the back of the truck.
But moving my DirecTV, piece of cake.
They were so professional.
And on time.
Even gave me a brand new Genie.
Bundled the phone and internet, too.
All the best sports for the boys.
It's like we never left. DirecTV was the best part of our move. By far.
The DirecTV Movers deal. Call today to find out how we make starting over easier.
Now is the time to escape to the Champagne Lodge and Luxury Suites in Willowbrook. Just 25 minutes outside of Chicago. It's perfect for a private getaway. Each suite has an oversized whirlpool tub, walk-in steam shower, stone-encased fireplace, relax at our on-site spa with a Swedish or deep tissue massage, hot stone therapy, or mud wrap. Need more? Reserve your very own private pool suite. Book your next special memory at the Champagne Lodge today. You know you deserve it.
Sportsnet Central every night at 6:30, 10, 10:30, and midnight on Comcast Sportsnet.
Well, we're expecting rain, but so far so good. The Cubs lead 3-0 as we head to the 5th. The Cubs encourage the use of public transportation to get to and from Wrigley Field. Of course, the L stop's right there at Addison. You can ride your bike, use the Cubs courtesy bike check. That's located near the corner of Clark and Waveland. And for drivers, the Cubs provide free parking and shuttle services on night and weekend games from their lot at 3900 North Rockwell. For details, visit Cubs.com. Jason Hammel punched out back in the 2nd inning. Not his priority. It looks like he handles the bat halfway decently. Rodriguez struck out the side in the 4th, also walked Darwin Barney. So 3 punch outs and a walk for Rodriguez. It looks like he's getting better feel for that breaking pitch. Almost comes up empty. That strikeout number 5 for the veteran left-hander. Hey, here comes I don't know, what are we going to call him? Tried Rod Carew last night, but
The man with 11 hits and counting. Think he'll get a good hand tomorrow at Wrigley Field?
Suspect he will.
In his Cubs home debut. The 2-0 is a strike.
Yeah. Full sell. Yeah. Everything.
Now 2-2. Did I just witness?
I think you could hear a little extra ripple for the modest crowd here that they finally got Bonifacio out.
Swing and a miss on a change.
Yeah, starting to mix in that changeup a little bit more frequently. It looks like a light may have gone on for Rodriguez the way he's executed pitches here in the last couple of innings.
A roller to Walker to end the inning. Will take us into the bottom of the 5th. Cubs leading 3-0.
We're Southwest, but see that right there? That says Southwest.com. It means you save money dealing directly with us. It means we save money dealing directly with you. Rethinking how to book online, one of the many ways we bring you $69 airfares. For a limited time only, Southwest is offering flights as low as $69. If it matters to you, it matters to us. Book now online only at Southwest.com.
And that is it, Super Bowl champions. Sonny, I hope you're listening. Can you please do something tonight to turn this thing around?
You're not going to believe what's happening.
Just made a trade with the Seahawks.
The Cleveland Browns are now on the clock.
What did you have to give up for the #1 pick?
You've gone rogue. What's happening?
Who you pick?
You're out of your mind. Well, everyone just shut up.
I quit, Sonny.
Don't quit. You don't like this.
Draft Day. Rated PG-13. In theaters April 11th.
This Honda CR-V. We've got great deals during the Spring Into a Honda sales event.
Slow down, hotshot.
The CR-V has a rear-view camera, Bluetooth, Pandora compatibility, all standard. Is that it? And the CR-V is the most durable in its class.
Are those McPherson struts?
Indeed.
Nice work, Smith.
This is not a drill. Get a great deal during the Spring Into a Honda sales event. Now at your Honda dealer.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan here with a Coors Light Cold Hard Fact Sportsnet Central update. Northern Illinois standout quarterback Jordan Lynch broke NCAA records on the MAC in several categories, all while leading the Huskies to new heights. Now Lynch faces his biggest hurdle trying to get a shot to play Sunday. Comcast Sportsnet delivers in-depth and behind-the-scenes coverage of one man's dream of reaching the NFL. Jordan's journey from NIU to the NFL tonight on Sportsnet Central. Now back to Len and JD at the ballpark.
Bottom of the 5th, and ball one on a sinker to Ishikawa. Like a member of the grounds crew updating John Hirschbeck, the crew chief, in terms of what may be on the way as Ishikawa lines to Barney.
We're 2 outs away from this being an official game.
So we are not meteorologists, but we often pretend we are. All I know is if you get a rain out in Detroit and it's been downpouring in Cincinnati. At some point, it's probably going to rain in Pittsburgh. Here comes the 0-1. And it's 0-2 on Tony Sanchez. That Giants win last night belonged to Tim Hudson. First start as a member of the San Francisco Giants.
Whoop. Flanked there by Baker on a borderline pitch. Tim Hudson, he's been at it a good long while. Continues to be really, really good.
Gio Gonzalez hit a home run for the Nationals in their 5-1 win over the Mets. They're playing again today. Mets lead 2-1 early in the second.
So we've been talking about that opening homestand, opening day tomorrow. Phillies are in town. 120 is the game. First 30,000 fans through the turnstiles will receive the official 2014 Cubs magnet schedule presented by Giordano's. To purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com. Gotta have one of those. Slap it on the refrigerator and be able to plan accordingly.
Ball one to Mercer. Astros are 2-0. Beat the Yankees again last night. Homer and a triple for Dexter Fowler. 3-1 the final.
Dexter Fowler coming over from the Rockies in an offseason trade that sent Jordan Lyles and Brandon Barnes the other way. And Rockies might ultimately regret that one. Thank you, Mercer.
Dustin Pedroia had 4 hits. And Boston's win 6-2 over the Orioles.
Not to say that the Rockies didn't get good pieces in return for Fowler, but pretty good guy to have in that lineup out there in Denver.
Hammel covering, and we are official. 5 in the books, and the Cubs have the lead 3-0.
Sometimes the best used car on the road is the one you're still using. Firestone Complete Auto Care. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone.
Fold up your old map, Verizon. T-Mobile's network now reaches 96% of Americans.
Saturday, Darwin, Barney, and the Northsiders take the field for a battle with Chase Utley and the Phils. Coverage begins at 12:30 with Cubs Pregame Live presented by Fields Auto Group. Cubs, Phillies, Saturday at 12:30 on Comcast Sportsnet.